please rise for a salute to the flag and a moment of silent reflection. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silent reflection. Thank you. Sunshine Law, please.
As introduced this evening has been provided by the adoption of a resolution by the Mayor and Council on the second day of January 2024, in which resolution, the time and place of agenda and regular meetings commencing with January 2nd were set forth. Notice of same was delivered to the Asbury Park Press, the Co-Star, and Tap Into. And a copy of the notice was posted on the Borough website and on the bulletin board in Borough Hall. All meetings are open to the public.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Whitty.
Here.
Scull. Here. Antoino.
Here.
DeMoro.
Here.
Ventris.
Here.
Abaladoyle. Here.
Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the March 19th regular meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please. No, I'm sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Abstention.
We have no communications. We'll go to reports of committee, starting with Councilwoman Albaladoyle.
Thank you, Mayor. From the Recreation Department, there are 3 things that are being offered at this moment. Summer tennis lessons are being offered. Registration began on April 1st and it is ending on June 30th. It's a 6-week program that meets once a week, and there are different age groups. If you're interested in that, please look at www.belmar.com. In addition to tennis lessons, they're also offering a tennis camp, so if kids are interested in that, please look up at the same website. And the third offering that they have at the moment is for the Kids Running Club. And that will also be, that will start on July 1st. So if your kids entering in grades 3rd through 8th are interested for this year, please check out the website. Other than that, all matters are in order.
Thank you very much. Councilman Ventris.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple of announcements from the Environmental Commission. There's going to be a lake cleanup for the spring on April 27th from 9 to 11. And then on April 20th at 10 o'clock in the morning here in Borough Hall, there's going to be a native plant talk, which will be an educational talk on which native and perennial plants can be integrated into local gardens. It's going to be given by Irene Wanot, who is a dedicated Rutgers Master Gardener and also in Ocean County. And again, that's going to be here Saturday at 10. Otherwise, all matters are in order.
Thank you. Councilman DeMoro.
I just have 2 referral kind of questions for you, Sarge. Anything going on with the police department?
Nothing major to report. There was a large power outage today that affected a number of Belmar residents. There were no reports of it affecting Lake Como. However, that excuse me, that situation's been resolved with JCP&L. We also have 8 Class 2 special officers getting ready to graduate the police academy to help us out with the summer rush. Other than that, nothing major.
Fantastic. Drew?
I'm sorry, can you tell me, do you know why the power went out? I'm just curious.
It was an issue with a substation nearby. Exactly what kind of issue, I'm not sure.
Okay, thank you.
Drew, I have a question with regards to the ambulance corps. How's that working out?
I'm sorry, I don't.
With regards to the ambulance corps and moving into the firehouse
First
and
aid.
the whole first aid. Oh, fire. First aid squad.
Yeah, there's no issues at all.
Been going well?
That's been going fantastic. Yeah, no issues at all. I mean, the response times for the residents now are well under 3 minutes
Great.
from the time the call's been put in.
No, nothing further, man.
Thank you. Councilman D'Antuono.
Thank you, Mayor. All matters are in order.
Thank you. Councilwoman Scull.
Thank you, Mayor. Just sharing that there is a spring-wide yard sale taking place in Lake Como and in Belmar on, did I say spring yard? Yeah. Spring-wide, oh my gosh, town-wide yard sale. It's a spring yard sale taking place Saturday, May 4th and Sunday, May 5th from 9 to 3, rain or shine. We are taking, I don't think you have to apply for a rating, you just sort of let us know, or is there?
There is an application just so we can put their addresses on a list that gets distributed between both towns.
Awesome, okay, perfect. So there is an application just so you can put your address on our list. And so we will be sharing that list of addresses as we get closer to the date. Other than that, all matters are in order.
Thank you very much. Council President Whitty.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Under the 100th anniversary committee, the first thing is that our first event is going to be April 28th from 2 to 6 at Joe's Surf Shack. We have a resident in town who's on the planning board who owns a Little Dog Brewery in Neptune, and she's making a special beer for us called 1924 to help kick off the 100th anniversary of the town. There'll be more events coming forward, but that's the first event will be April 28th. Then we have one on June 3rd, which will be a special council meeting on Monday night on June 3rd at 7:30, and that would be 100 years to the first date of the first council meeting of the town. The mayor and I are meeting with Jersey Shore Running Club on Monday to talk about organizing a 100th anniversary 5K run in town to be held on Lake Como Day on September 21st. Also, not only is it the 100th anniversary of the town, but if the fire department was still in service, April this year would mark the 100th anniversary of the fire department. So that's another thing we had to say a few things about. The fire company was in service for, I guess, 95 years before we dissolved the fire department. But we have to think about all the members in the past history that served this town and put their lives on the line to protect the homes and property of the residents of South Belmar and Lake Como. Also, under the Finance Committee, we had our first meeting, and things are looking okay so far, but we're not ready to come up with any numbers yet. Hopefully, within another month, we'll have some numbers to tell everybody about. Other than that, matters in order.
Thank you very much. For no question tonight, by the way? You got a packed house tonight.
Oh, I have to think about it.
All right.
Before the meeting's over, I'll have one.
Okay. For my report, I have a couple of things that I want to talk about. First, Amy, I'm going to ask that we put a workshop on our next meeting. We have Doug and I sit on the planning board along with some other of our volunteers here in town, and we've been coming across some applications and some discussions that have really questioned some of our ordinances, some of our building ordinances in town. So there are one or two that the planning board has asked us to really review and take a look at. And it's something that I would like to put on for a workshop on the next meeting. If we can at that time, if it's needed, we will ask our planning board chairperson, who just happens to be in the audience now, our planning board chairperson and our engineer to possibly come speak to those ordinances, but we'll talk more about that at the next meeting. Tomorrow, we will have a townwide street cleaning. We have developed a relationship over the past couple of years with our county to use their street sweeper, to pay for their use of their street sweeper. We've developed a plan that started 2 weeks ago that we will actually have the street sweeper come in twice a month, the first and third Wednesday of every month, so the day after our council meetings. It is going to be a regularly scheduled event. Unless something happens, street sweepers tend to break down. If their street sweeper breaks down, then obviously they wouldn't come through. So as of 2 weeks ago, we didn't have a meeting 2 weeks ago, so as of this meeting, we're really announcing this program moving forward. We are not initiating any ordinances at this time as far as parking, as far as cars being on the street, but we do request that if possible, our residents move their cars off the street if they can. At the very least, perhaps moving their cars to a different spot on alternate Wednesdays, so a certain spot can get cleaned, can get swept. The problems that we've had in the past is that our sweeping has been so irregular that it's hard to predict when the street sweeper was coming in, and certain parts of the town were not getting as clean as they should have been. So this is the first time in a very long time that Lake Como or South Belmar really have had any type of programming for street sweeping. So it's something we're going to try to continue throughout the summer and part of the fall. So again, the first and third Wednesday of every month, if residents could try to focus on moving their cars off the street the best they can, and we can get the streets swept up. We also have with us tonight our representative from SMERSA, Mr. Kevin Lynch, to talk to us a little bit about flows.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Kevin Lynch, South Maui Regional School Authority, as well as 1823 Parkway. Just a halftime report in honor of March Madness in terms of the flows from Lake Como to SMERSA. And again, this is really important for Drew and Doug when they do the finance for the upcoming year. But you can see that we, with the amount of rain in December, January, and March, flows are up. The flows are up for all the towns. It's actually been one of the highest in record of SMERSA. So this is just more of a guide to give you projections for next year. Obviously, this doesn't become finalized until October for the finance committee and for Drew. But to see where we were last year and see where we are today, this is just a report. That's all I have.
You said this is a record for SMERSA as a whole.
As a whole, in terms of all towns. So that's, I forget what day, when it rained like 37 hours straight.
It was, no, when it was supposed to be Lake Como Day, remember we had?
Oh, in the fall.
In the fall, is that when you're talking
I
about?
mean, even recently.
Oh, recently.
It could be
Spring break.
It was spring break,
It
yeah.
was spring break, it was,
I wasn't here.
yeah, I missed it. But again, 4 days of straight rain, does put a lot of, flow into the sewer system. So, but it is interesting, but at least get a halftime report what we're projecting for the budget for next year. That's all.
Any questions for Mr. Lynch while he's here? All right, thank you very much, sir. Also, I'm going to ask Ms. Schaefer to talk a little bit about a correspondence that we received this week, last week. Legal. You're good.
Oh, yes, so, I mean, we're not going to go into a lot of detail, but I did want the public to know and mayor and council to know that we are being sued by two residents who abut the lake, claiming that the fountain that many residents have found to be very pleasant is a nuisance. And there's an order to show cause returnable on May 1st, and we intend to oppose it vigorously because I think the mayor and council have decided that the fountain is a good thing. But I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but we have talked about it, and we will be responding to that tomorrow. It's returnable on May 1st.
Thank you. With that being said, I know that we are moving into budget time. As Council President Woody talked about, we should have something to present to the council for a vote, for a discussion within the next month. I think it is apropos to talk a little bit about a very recent New Jersey NJ.com article that came out where it spoke very favorably about our town, which is something that I like to talk about when I can. And it put out rankings for all of the towns in all of the counties, and they were ranked by home value and tax rate. And I think it was Councilman D'Antuono that actually broke it down into numbers for us that as far as property value, I believe Lake Como was in the top 50%.
23rd out of 53 in property values and 50th of 53 in taxes.
So
fourth lowest.
it's to say that our property values that have been increasing over the years, that have been able to keep that tax rate low, that we have the third lowest tax rate in the county. And I think that's attributed to the hard work of the council and the things that they do and the hard work of the people that work here in Lake Como. So it was really a good article to read. It was a good list. NJ.com does a lot with lists nowadays, and I think it was a good list to really focus on and talk about there. So I want to thank them, and I want to thank everybody for their hard work as we move forward into next year's budget, or this year's budget, I should say. With that, that's all I have for my report. And at this time, I will take a motion to open for public comments on new business and the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Anyone wishing to speak to anything that is listed tonight under new business? If you are here to talk about something else that's not on the agenda, there will be another public session. But if anybody would like to speak to anything that's listed here under new business on the agenda, may come to the mic and do so now if they wish to do so.
Good evening. My name is Steve Rick. I live on 28th Avenue. I don't know what the new business list is, so if you'll allow me, or
So if you just give me a topic, I'll tell you yes or no.
The consideration of selling town's water infrastructure.
Um,
You can't hear me?
Speak into the mic, yes, please.
Probably just have to raise it
The
up.
consideration of selling the town's water infrastructure to a public water utility,
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to wait till the next open session,
which
Um,
is,
which will be right after we pass all these resolutions, and so.
oh,
we're-
tonight? you mean?
Yep,
Oh,
about
okay.
five, about
I'm-
5-10 minutes.
Thanks.
All right, no problem. Anyone else? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Under new business, we have ordinance 2024-2 offered by Councilman Dantuano.
Thank you, Mayor. So offered ordinance number 2024-02 related to the stormwater control ordinance of the Borough of Lake Como. Recently, the NJDEP amended its stormwater management rules, and whereas we have ordinance number 2021-956 codified in chapter 19-1, this ordinance is amending that to comply with these rules.
So this is a second reading and public hearing for this specific ordinance, so if there's anyone wishing to speak to this specific ordinance, they can actually come to the mic and speak now. If not, I will close the public session, and I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Liddy,
Yes.
Stahl,
Yes.
Antoine,
Yes.
Demora,
Yes.
Ventrice,
Yes.
Alvarado.
Yes.
Thank you. Right now, okay, we have ordinance 2024-3 offered by Councilman Ventrice.
Thank you, Mayor. So offered, this is the second reading and public hearing on ordinance 2024-3, ordinance amending chapter 16.4, fire inspections fees for non-life hazardous use. Be it ordained by the mayor and council of Borough of Lake Como, the chapter 16.4 of the borough ordinances amended as follows. For fire inspection fees for non-life hazardous uses, the fire inspection fee for businesses is going from $50 to $75. Fire inspection fee for common areas remains at $100. The fire investigation report remains at $1,200.
Thank you. This is also a second reading and public hearing, so anyone wishing to speak to this specific ordinance can come to the mic and do so now. Seeing none, I will close the public portion, and we have a first, do we have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Liddy,
Yes.
Stahl,
Yes.
Antoine,
Yes.
Demora,
Yes.
Ventrice,
Yes.
Alvarado.
Yes.
Thank you. Ordinance 2024-4 offered by Council President Whitty.
So offered ordinance 2024-04. This is an ordinance amending chapter 2 of the administration of the Borough Code of the Borough of Lake Como, authorizing a third-party payroll distribution company. Under the local finance law of state of New Jersey, we had to pass this ordinance in order to hire a third party to do the payroll for the town.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Liddy,
Yes.
Stahl,
Yes.
Antoine,
Yes.
Demora,
Yes.
Ventrice,
Yes.
Alvarado.
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution 2024-63 offered by Councilwoman Albala Doyle.
Thank you, Mayor. So offering Resolution 2024-63. This is a resolution appointing the Deputy Municipal Registrar. Whereas the recommendation of Mayor Kevin G. Higgins, the Borough Council appoints Samantha M. Waters, CMR number 6077, to the position of Deputy Registrar for the Borough of Lake Como, commencing on April 1st, 2024, terminating on March 31st, 2025. A copy of this resolution has been forwarded to the New Jersey State Registrar.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Liddy,
Yes.
Stahl,
Yes.
Antoine,
Yes.
Demora,
Yes.
Ventrice,
Yes.
Alvarado.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Sam. Thank you for all your hard work and doing what you need to do to get that registrar's license. I appreciate it. We have Resolution 2024-64 offered by Council President Whitty.
So offered resolution 2024-64. A resolution approving the participation with the state of New Jersey for the Cops and Shop Summer Program. This is where we can, we get $2,880 to be used to put cops at local bars in town to check IDs, and we were the first town to receive this years ago, and every year we get it. So this is, it's an extra money that we put in the budget to help use it for the cops.
Thank you. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Liddy,
Yes.
Skull?
Yes.
Antoine?
Yes.
Memoro?
Yes.
Ventrice?
Yes.
Cabello?
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution 2024-65, offered by Councilman D'Antuano.
Thank you, Mayor. So offered resolution 2024-65 is a resolution awarding a contract for installation of a pole barn at 720 17th Avenue. 3 quotes were solicited for the project. The apparent low quote was received from Semino Construction LLC of Estelle Manor, New Jersey, in the amount of $38,000. Now therefore be resolved by the Mayor and Council, the Borough of Lake Como, to award the contract to Semino Construction LLC.
Thank you. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Whitty?
Yes.
Skull?
Yes.
Antoine?
Yes.
Memoro?
Yes.
Ventrice?
Yes.
Cabello?
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution 2024-66, offered by Councilman DeMauro.
Resolution authorizing the adoption of a MOU, Memorandum of Understanding by and between the municipalities participating in the South Monmouth Regional Emergency Medical Services Agreement. This is a resolution basically just outlining protocol and processes to make sure that everyone is in agreement with their roles and responsibilities.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Whitty?
Yes.
Skull?
Yes.
Antoine?
Yes.
Memoro?
Yes.
Ventrice?
Yes.
Cabello?
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution 2024-67, offered by Council President Whitty.
Resolution 2024-67, the governing body certification of the annual audit. Each member of the council and the mayor was given the audit report for the year 2022, which we need to approve the certification of that audit.
Do I have any questions from the council on this? This is the fiscal year 2022, just so you know. That was not a mistake.
I just have one question.
Yes.
Are we allowed to have any of the money that is in these accounts to be in an interest-bearing account?
We're looking at our chief financial officer.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but some of these accounts have excess of, 100,000, one of them's $1 million.
So I will give you my understanding of where our excess would go into our surplus in a budget. Are you asking to invest that surplus?
Yeah, I mean, there are safe avenues like T-bills where they're getting 5% interest right now.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a mechanism for that. If there is, it's definitely something that we can look into. I think moving from year to year, we actually use that surplus in case of an emergency, so I don't know if I would really want to tie it up in any type of investment, but I mean, that's definitely a conversation that the finance committee can have with our CFO.
Because we just invested, my charity, which is basically, like this, we just invested into small guaranteed 3 and 6 month people, so that flow, so we know how much cash we need. But it's, even money markets are getting 4 or 5% right now. So I hate to see this money sitting in an account getting nothing. That's,
Okay.
Other than that, I have no questions with the audit.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Whitty?
Yes.
Skull?
Yes.
Antoine?
Yes.
Memoro?
Yes.
Ventrice?
Yes.
Cabello?
Yes.
Thank you. And Resolution 2024-68, offered by Councilman D'Antuano.
Thank you, Mayor. Sole offered resolution 2024-68 is a resolution indicating corrective action plan status regarding the 2022 municipal audit report. Attached to the resolution is the corrective action plan status developed to address the recommendations noted in the 2022 audit report. Be it further resolved, the Borough Clerk be and is hereby directed to file said resolution with the Director of the Division of Local Finance.
Thank you. Those are what it looks like 7 recommendations from our auditor to our chief financial officer. Any questions on that? Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Whitty?
Yes.
Skull?
Yes.
Antoine?
Yes.
Memoro?
Yes.
Ventrice?
Yes.
Cabello?
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution 2024-69, offered by Councilwoman Scull.
Thank you, Mayor. So offered resolution 2024-69. Be resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Lake Como that the proper officers be directed and authorized to make payment from the following accounts. Current account 2024, $398,233.55. Water and sewer account, $9,606.67. Dog license account, $6. General capital account, $239. Unemployment account, $1,097.30. Tourism account, $74.96. ACH wire payments, $238,584.01, for a total of $647,841.49.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Whitty?
Yes.
Scull?
Yes.
Antoine?
Yes.
Morrow?
Yes.
Ventries?
Yes.
Valadon?
Yes.
Thank you. And finally, Resolution 2024-70, offered by Councilwoman Albaladejo.
Thank you, Mayor. So offered resolution 2024-70. Be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Lake Como that the proper officers be directed and authorized to make payment from the following account. This would be the New Jersey Natural Gas account for $750.13.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Whitty?
Yes.
Scull?
Yes.
Antoine?
Abstain?
Morrow?
Yes.
Ventries?
Yes.
Valadon?
Yes.
Thank you very much. At this time, I'll take a motion to open for public comments.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? All right, at this time, anyone wishing to come to the mic for public comments for anything can do so now. We just need your name and address, and then whatever comment you would like to make or concern that you have. Sir, this is the time that you can come up and ask your questions. We just need a name and address, that's it.
Okay, it's Steve Ricca, and I live on 20th Avenue in Lake Como.
Thank you.
And is the possible sale of the water infrastructure still under consideration?
It is. It's been a topic that we've been considering for 12 years now, ever since we started the project to clean and line the water infrastructure that we have in town. As you know, as a resident, with that debt that we incurred with that project, we were looking at ways or investigating ways over the last decade to try to bring down the water bills for our residents. At the time, we investigated possibly selling the water infrastructure, but the price that we got was not substantial, was not significant enough for us to choose that option. Recently, the state passed WIPA, the Water Infrastructure Protection Act, in where if a town can prove that our water infrastructure falls under one of 5 categories, then the value of that water infrastructure becomes higher. Therefore, you could sell it for a higher rate. You would have to go through a bid process, and companies would have to bid on it. But since that legislation was passed by the state, it has become more interesting to the town to investigate the possibility of selling that infrastructure. A lot has to go into that. It probably takes 18 months to 2 years for that process to be investigated, do a financial analysis on what that would give to the town, what it would cost the town after that sale happens, and for us to decide as a council if that's the best course of action to go. So yes, it is definitely something that we consider and talk about.
Okay, I don't know about in the past, but I just read that TAP article, which basically you just covered, which is good. No, that's good.
Well, that means they're listening.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's well-intentioned what you're doing, but I think it's a mistake
Okay.
for the current residents and those that come after. I think that whoever gets it is most likely going to be American Water, who I do not trust. That will forever be under their thumb and will have to do what they say and pay what they say, and will have no recourse to go someplace else. So that's basically it. I just, well-intentioned, I don't think it's a good move. It's a physical asset of the town. I don't think you want to sell it off. And if everyone has to pay their water bill, which is a little higher, hey, that's life.
Yeah, and your point of view is valid, and it's definitely there's two sides to the coin, right? And there's definitely that conversation that can happen. The biggest concern for me is that I'm pretty confident that Lake Como residents have the highest price tag for water. I think you pay the highest bill in the state of New Jersey for your water. That's probably going to go up in the next number of years because the New Jersey American rates have been going up. So we're going to have to pay those rates no matter if they own the system or we just get their water. So the bill that you pay is definitely going to go up in the future, whether we sell it or not. So
And that is going to go on for every town?
for every town, what?
The rate is going to go up?
So the rates do go up. So New Jersey American Water's rates change on a regular basis. I don't know if it's every year, but they petition the state to raise their rates for their water, which they do on a regular basis. They've done it several times over the past couple of years. We have not changed our rates that we pass along to our taxpayers, our residents, because the bill is so high. So we really incorporate that rate, but we can't sustain that anymore. So we're going to have to start to raise water bills,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Well,
So
it was as a result, this, either took out a loan or a bond.
yeah, we had two different loans. Yeah.
Right. Okay, well, maintenance has to be done.
Yep.
And you have to pay for it, Whether this is true, what I'm going to say, I'm not sure, but American Water had a lot to do with causing that problem with the brown water.
I can't
Because
say
they
that.
s-
Yeah, I
they
can't say
switched
that.
to- they
Yes or
switched
no.
to okay, either can I can't prove it, but some people think that because it was so coincidental at the same time.
There was definitely a switch from chlorine to chloramines at the time.
Right.
There was also a significant event with Hurricane Sandy that was very
Yes,
coincidental
I know that,
at the time too.
of
So
course. I have a fish tank, and at the time that they sent out the letter saying that they were switching from chlorine to chloramine, they said, if you have aquatic fish and plants, you need to add something to the water because chloramine will not dissipate like chlorine does after 24 hours if you let it sit. So you needed to put something there because it's harmful to the fish and the plants. And I thought, but it's okay for me. There was nothing in the letter in regards to that. So I've never really liked the taste of American Water, and I was really happy here a few years ago to hear that we might switch to the whole township, which has got to be better.
So that was another part of the discussion. There was definitely several plans that were looked at and considered. We wouldn't switch to Wall Township. We would switch to, or the plan at the time was to switch to South Monmouth Regional Utility Authority. It's not SMRZA, it's SMUA. But they serve Wall Township. So the South Monmouth Utility Authority serves Wall
Okay.
Township. The way Wall Township comes into the equation for us is that we could not directly be fed by SMUA, so our water would have to come through Wall Township, their pipes, to come to here. One of the problems was that one of their pipes on 18th Avenue was not large enough for them to feed us, and then there was discussions in Wall Township to actually charging us a carrying fee to carry that water through Wall Township to here, which then became counterproductive in the discussion and did not really offset the cost savings that we were looking for.
Okay, so basically we're stuck with American Water.
So we have a New Jersey American Water now, right? You know that. So if we were to change water supplier, the only one that I know of would be South Monmouth Utility Authority. There are other water companies out there, Suez. I think there was another company, Drew, that had talked about interest. I forget who it was, but there are definitely other companies out there. If we were to, I guess we're talking about two different things: who's supplying us water and who owns our system. If we were to sell our system, we could sell our system to anybody we wanted to as far as the bidding is concerned.
Right.
You're right, New Jersey American Water or American Water, which is their national company, is probably the heavy hitter. And they would probably be at the forefront of looking into that, or the forefront of buying that system. But as of right now, we have New Jersey American Water that supplies us our water. I don't see an avenue in where we are going to change our water supply company.
Unless they really did something we didn't like.
True, but the other part is getting the water to here. So there's one pipe that feeds water to Lake Como, and it belongs to New Jersey American Water right now. If we were to go with South Monmouth Utility Authority, we would then have to pay other towns to carry that water for us, which in the end is always a possibility, but at the time, it was just not cost prohibitive, or it was cost prohibitive.
I certainly know what's going on better not, but there's nothing in the state who could be, ask for help because like, this is, we need water, and the state might come in and say, we would help you on this, like either like work something out with Little Township or I don't know what.
We can ask.
Please do.
Yeah.
Because once we sell it to American Water, we're done.
That's definitely, it's a valid point of view, and I know it's a point of view that a lot of people have.
Okay. Thank you for hearing me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Joe Cavaluzzi, 417-16. Mayor, where are we in the process with dealing with them? Have they named a price? I mean,
No, they can't name a price yet. Actually, have we got an appraisal yet?
No, we're in the process of this. I did speak to the one engineer today, and we have to meet again probably next week. It's a time-consuming process.
So we're very early on. So we did approve an appraiser to appraise our system. And then we have to go through the appraisal system #1 to even get a starting number from where we're at.
and I'm assuming there'll be a hearing process where we
Sure.
can then talk about this.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Anyone else? Okay, thank you. Seeing none, I'll take a motion to close the public portion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I lost my screen. Next meeting, please.
The next regular meeting of the Mayor and Council is held on Tuesday, May 7th, immediately following the 7:30 p.m. workshop in the Lake Como meeting room. All meetings are open to the public.
Thank you. Can I take a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you everyone for coming out. Have a great night.